I don't have enough good to say about Dr. Fairbanks and his staff. They just really care, and he is truly not just a good surgeon, but he's an artist, and you can tell by the work that he does just how good he is. My name is Bruce, and I am a computer scientist. I work for the Air Force. I moved into the Morgan area about 8 years ago, and about the same time, Dr. Fairbanks moved in. So we met within the first week or two of us both moving into that area. And we met and became friends very quickly, and I was very impressed with him in terms of his artistic skills, but also the warm and compassionate aspect of him and his family. And I had a growth on my ear, my outer ear, that was fairly painful. And so I asked Dr. Fairbanks about it, and he said, yeah, come on into the office. And he operated on it and removed this benign growth, but it was fairly painful. And I was amazed after the surgery and everything's healed up, and I was looking at the ear and going, this one looks better than my other ear, which I thought was quite impressive. A couple of years later, I was noticing that my eyelids were obstructing my vision. So I went to Dr. Fairbanks again, and he did a blepharoplasty, and he also did a brow lift because they needed to pull more skin up to clear my vision. And after the things healed, all of a sudden I'm starting to notice that, wow, I can see the ceiling. I can see so much more than I've seen before. And it was like, that was really, really great. Dr. Fairbanks also was just really good about making sure that the scars were very well hidden. To this day, I don't know where the blepharoplasty incisions are. I can't see them. But, I have a scar across my head, from that, and it's just so well hidden. A couple of years later, I developed cancer, gastro, stomach, esophageal cancer. And so as part of the treatment, I was put on chemotherapy, and I lost all of my hair. And I can remember being in the hospital after a surgery and talking to the nurses and the doctors, and they were completely unaware. Nobody could spot the scar on my head, being completely bald. And it was only until I could point out exactly where that scar was that they, oh yeah, now I can see it. But I really think that that's just amazing, the level of skill that he has to hide scars like that. I've also been very impressed with his bedside manner. He just absolutely cares about his patients. I've referred him to a number of people. I've got several family members that have had nose jobs from him, and those have proven to be extremely beneficial. It's eliminated the snoring, and they sleep better, and everybody has been very pleased with that outcome. I don't have enough good to say about Dr. Fairbanks and his staff. They just really care, and he is truly not just a good surgeon, but he's an artist, and you can tell by the work that he does just how good he is. When I went into Dr. Fairbanks, pretty much each time, but I'll comment more so on the blepharoplasty, if I'm pronouncing that right, and the brow lift. I went in and he spent a lot of time going over exactly what he was going to do so that there were no surprises. What I thought was really cool was I'm sitting in his the procedure room, and he's describing what's going to go on, and he whips out a pen and he grabs a piece of the tissue paper off the table, and he says, "Here, let me show you what we're going to do." And he starts drawing, my head and the eyes, and it's like I'm looking at this and going, "Wow, this guy is a real artist. I'm good doing stick figures," and his pictures or drawings were just very, very realistic. And then I started realizing after time that, the man does paintings, he does sculptures, he teaches art to other surgeons, just very, very unique talents. And it was really nice to be able to get a sense of what he was wanting to do to correct my problem, and really kind of set me at ease, knowing that I had a very skilled surgeon and who was also a great artist.